Popping.
Hold on mute. Yo, yo, yo.
What's popping?
What's poppin'? Untitled Live, episode 57. What's poppin', y'all? What's good? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Oh, shit. Ain't nobody here. All right, cool. We here. So, I mean, those that's watching VOD, coming in later, watching this episode, this is Untitled Live. This is where we talk about movies, talk about shows, talk about current events. We talk about everything. So, we go left, we go right. It depends how we feel. Oh shit. Uh housekeeping. We do have a merch shop. If you guys have not heard, I talk about it on every show. Untitled Live. I'm sorry, Untitled Entertainment.com. Get the shirts. Profits do help out the channel, keep the channel rolling. Keeps everything up to date. So definitely purchase some shit. Let me see here.
Situation.
Um,
Some bright
that's pretty much that's
day.
pretty much it. How you feeling, Red? How you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just a little tired. I had jury duty the past 2 days, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean I'm a little tired too. I mean I didn't work today. We had a mental health day, and so
Oh,
we got for the every Friday, every first Friday of the month they give us the day off. Um,
that's
I
nice.
was yeah, it's cool, but it's funny. I still get messages from people at work talking about how something needs to go down, and I'm like, yo, today the office is closed, and I don't want to deal with none of that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Also,
I wouldn't be answering no work emails on my day off. I'd be like,
yeah,
nope.
somebody hit me up, was like, hey, can something get in something? I'm like, yo, bro, like the office is closed today. He's like, I know, I'm off too. I just want to know. I'm like, dude, the office is closed. Like, what you?
Bro, talk to me on Monday, yo. Get off my line, yo. If you're not talking about some fun shit, get off my line.
Yeah, like nobody wants to think about work right now, dude. Like we all in it. We just don't want to deal with it. There's a reason why they give us this day. So, but that was early in the morning. I was like, damn, that's kind of trash, man. But yeah, I apologize for the camera. I mean, the camera's not terrible, but it's kind of laggy. This is like the old camera. For some odd reason my Logitech is not working. I reset my computer like 4 times, reset the driver, and it still doesn't work. So looks like it's a dub for my very expensive camera that no longer works. And the
Logitech,
one
Logitech doing Logitech things.
and the fucking $35 camera that I've been shitting on it works. That shit is like a crackhead on 125th. That shit's gonna live forever.
Hmm.
That shit will outlive the most expensive shit. What else here? Oh, I think hold on, let me see if I can grab this real quick. I'm back. So I have a coworker that she specializes in 3D printing. So if you guys are looking to get anything like 3D printed, she does like really dope shit. I do have her uh what you call it here. Let me see. Is it not here? Oh, here we go. This is our Etsy shop. So if you guys want to head over to the Etsy shop, it's called Qubit NYC. She made me a Dogecoin. Uh 3D printed Dogecoin. This shit is fucking huge. She was mad that I requested for this shit. I'm like, I'm just trying to be a dick. But look how big this shit is, bro.
Wow, that is pretty big.
So yeah, she
How much Doge do you have?
I think I invested into them like a couple like a year ago. They ain't going nowhere. That shit is like I don't know. But I
I've been,
definitely
I've been so mine. When I said the highest it was gonna reach is like 70 something, I sold that shit, and then I rebought. I'm just gonna rebuy when it's low. Rinse, cycle, repeat.
yeah. Yeah. That's what's up though. But yeah, if you guys want to get some 3D printed shit, she head to the website. She can definitely hook you up. She's based out of Queens. Um,
That's what's up.
yeah, I figured I'd give a little shout out. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I think I have one other 3D printed item that I have in the crib that Don gave me a couple of years ago. It was a Thorn, Destiny Thorn 3D printed gun, which I thought was amazing. Like me being the age I am now, right? To think that there's something that's out there that can print something still like boggles me. Like, yo, like you could print that in your house and it's like a full on tangible thing. Like me growing up with like a Xerox printer was what we had that was a printer. And so like people like there's like some shit happening now. Like I think like in Manhattan or I think everywhere in New York they have this thing called like ghost guns. I don't know if you heard about them shits, Red. So like a lot of the
Or the
shootings,
3D printed guns, yeah.
yeah, bro, that shit is crazy. So people like 3D printing guns and they buying the kits online. I guess the shit that has to be like
To make a
mechanical,
fireball, yeah. To make a
yeah,
fireball, yeah.
and that shit is like completely legal to buy. So people are just going out there shooting and there's no trace. That shit is fucking scary, bro. Super fucking scary.
I mean, people called it when 3D printers were the thing. Somebody said, "Yo, what if somebody make a gun out that thing?" And I could finally started doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that online on the dark web you could buy a gun. They'll send you the gun in pieces, and they'll send you like little things at a time through USPS, and then you just build it yourself. I'm like, well, damn, people just like printing the gun and shipping it, and there's really no gun laws that can outlaw. I think they're passing some shit now, but it'll get passed because if the
Yeah,
NRA is
they make
if
a law for it.
yeah, because if the NRA is not making any money, they gonna pass that shit. Like word, y'all making money without us? Fuck that. Yes,
For,
sir.
for a simple fact, they want to know who has guns too. So it's like, yeah, they don't want just ghost guns just going on all around America like crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that shit is 100%, like 100%. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking weird. So to recap what happened last week, we had an episode. It was a Halloween special, but it was not really a Halloween. It was around Halloween. It was not intended to be a Halloween kind of show. It just happened to go that way. So like to recap, we had a couple of guests on, like friends. These are not fans. These are, what we consider brothers. Come on the show and give us their experiences on how they dealt with like paranormal shit. And the shit got fucking creepy, right? Like I rewatched it and I'm like, yo, this is fucking creepy. And the crazy thing was after the show, I started watching like Ghost Hunters, and that shit
Why would you?
scared
Why would you do that to yourself?
out. I have no fucking idea why. I just did it, and I think on Tuesday and on Wednesday I woke up and it was 3 o'clock,
Hmm.
and I was shooketh, bro. I was like, so I was just like looking around, like is one of these motherfuckers looking at me, and I didn't want to like say anything.
Hmm.
I don't want to like
Cause
interact.
you can't acknowledge them.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, like, is this shit true? Like, I'm waking up, like, no lie, it was not 3 o'clock, it was like 2:58, twice. So I'm like, yo, what
Like,
the fuck?
listen, it's all good if you don't smell like rotten or burning meat. You good, man.
I don't know, man. That shit, I
Cause
was, I was shook, bro.
when you smell that stink shit in the air and you wake up at that time, that's fucking demons. That's when it's time to move. It's time to move. All right, everybody, pack your shit.
Yeah, I was watching Ghost Hunters, and I know a lot of shit on that show is exaggerated, but it's still like the thought. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the dude was sitting, he was like in this old abandoned like restaurant, and the guy was about he was next to the fucking the like the bar situation, and the fucking ghost goes, "Would you like to have another?" In full sentences.
The ghost said that to him.
The ghost said it to him, and like, and you know that they have that little machine that picks up frequency, and the frequency said, "Would you like to have another?"
Yo, that's
And
crazy.
the way he fucking popped, I was like, "Oh my!" It, full disclosure,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the show in its entirety. Like I was like watching it, and I'll change the channel to something like happy, and I'll come back to it. I never watched it full. I can't.
You know what creeps me out is the investigation stuff. Not like the ghost hunters, but like you ever seen the Amityville house investigation when the couple the Warrens went to investigate it and stuff like that.
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
But
I know the story.
they got it. Yeah, it's on. I think you can watch it. You can see it online or something like that too. But like they have
Yeah,
they have
Spirit Box.
they have they shit in investigation that was going on, and it was showing all the different stuff that they didn't see, but when they looked, they reviewed footage later that the cameras picked up, and the ghost cameras picked up.
Yeah.
Bro, shit is crazy. Like they said, there was no like they found a little kid that was looking out the one of the bedrooms, looking at them and stuff like that, and it was like they weren't with any kids when they were investigating the house.
Yeah, no. I can't. I don't know how these people do it. Like you gotta have nerves of steel, and even the
Bro,
people that you could tell they have nerves of steel still get scared. I'm like, just imagine someone like me,
oh
someone
no,
that's not.
it's a wrap, yo.
Yeah, I'll be shaking like a leaf to the point where I can't move. I just be shaking.
I'll tell you, that's why when it comes to them shit, my spirit animals is Shaggy and Scooby Doo, man. We don't fuck with them places, yo. We like, yo, Shaggy and Scooby's out of there.
You're gonna
As
hear
soon as-
that. You're gonna hear that cartoon run. That fucking.
yup, pop up in the air, the feet is revving up.
Yeah, the spirit box. Yeah, I've seen that on TikTok. Some guy was like talking through a box and talking to people from the other side. See, like that right there doesn't really like creep me out because I know that that shit sometimes could be exaggerated. Like you literally legit getting full sentences out of people that just passed away. Like like the guy on TikTok does like famous actors, actresses that passed, and he it's and I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not in that world, so this is not like we're not trying to diss the paranormal community. I know that's big. We just don't know. We don't. I'm not into it like that. I just we just recapping on the last episode. That was kind of like creepy.
Oh man,
Uh,
them shits is crazy. Spirits exist. People like to say they fake it. It's not true, real, but it's real.
nah,
Real.
100%. I know that there is beings and spirits and stuff like that. I know it. I know it's out there. I just don't. I don't acknowledge.
See what makes it even creepier? Because one time I was talking about ghosts and shit, right? And then somebody was telling me that like it's not ghosts because they said like when you die your body goes out of your body leaves this plane. So it's like they say it's not nothing you encounter supernaturally is ghosts. It's all demons. And I was like, nah, that shit. When they told me that shit, that freaked me out, bro. I was freaked out.
Yeah, I was there because that's what I was always told. Like if you hear somebody or it's something that's trying to talk to you, that's not that person. It's like
Yeah,
it's the demon trying to lure you in. Like, hey, listen, I'm familiar. Come over here, and then boom, you
yeah, yeah. That's
what?
it. It's all that supernatural shit is demons. It's not ghosts because when you die, your body leaves this plane or something like that. You go to wherever you go, and it's just demons that be here.
Yeah, like the devil, the pretty much the devil rules the world, like just
Yeah,
the world itself. He was given the world. Yeah, but yeah. So if you guys definitely want to catch this episode, man, it's on VOD, is on Twitch, is on. If you guys don't want to watch the video, we have Spotify, Apple Music. You can listen to it while you're driving. It's a really good episode. It's not too long. It's really good, and it's like really some really good stories. So I'll definitely would recommend you checking that out. after this show if you guys want to. If you guys haven't seen it,
Yeah, it was
um,
some decent stories.
yeah, it was some decent, and it was stories I haven't never heard. I know you probably heard a couple of them already, but I know they was just as scary hearing it a second time. But
Oh, you're talking about the Marrero stories? Yeah, I
yeah,
heard them already. Yeah, I heard them already, but it's still creepy as shit to hear it, yo. Every time you hear it.
yeah, so. Yeah, we probably hopefully we can make it a thing like every Halloween we can have some people come on and share their stories. Like we could probably get like a really big panel and kind of like do like some like kumbaya shit. That should be fucking dope. Or we probably don't have to wait for Halloween to do it. We could just do that shit whenever.
Hey, do
Um,
whatever.
it could be like a Friday the 13th. Whenever the next Friday the 13th is, we could just do that and see what happens. See how that goes.
Speaking of
Um,
Friday 13th, I watched that shit on Halloween. On Halloween, I was watching Jason Takes Manhattan, and I was like, yo, they gotta redo this movie, yo, because he was barely in Manhattan for that movie, yo.
I don't think that movie was even shot in Manhattan, bro. That shit looked like Rumble in the Bronx. That shit was not
It,
in the
it,
Bronx.
it looked like Times Square, though.
I,
1980. I think Times Square was the only scene shot in Manhattan.
I to be
Like,
honest, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember that movie.
bro, most of the movie is like them niggas. Cause what it is like this couple, surprise, surprise, having sex on a boat, and then like the anchor, fucking trips a power line and it sends electricity current, so it wakes him up under the water, and then he climbs into the boat. Kills the couple because they're having sex.
He's a fucking cock blocker. Yeah.
Yeah, he kills the couple, and
Hmm.
then he goes and swims to this next boat that has like a bunch of high school kids going to celebrating their prom on a boat or some shit, and going to New York, and the boat is heading to New York City. So that's where he's going there, killing most of the kids on the boat, and then they get to some of the kids get off the boat and they take a life raft to New York. So then that's when he follows them to New York and shit, and that's how he ended up in Manhattan.
Okay.
I mean, it was a long voyage.
No, but
It wasn't like a jump, skip, and a hop away. I mean, the way I make it sound like it was a short voyage, but they were on that boat for a minute. The whole majority of the movie was them on the boat trying to survive that nigga, and then a couple of them got off the boat to escape to Manhattan, and that's where he followed them, and that's when they said Jason Takes Manhattan, but he really was rarely in Manhattan.
my 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 yeah okay was more or less like you explained the movie and I still don't remember it.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
not, it's
that
not memorable.
that
It's not
like
memorable.
that's how far removed I don't remember that fucking movie. So I'm trying to like is it nothing sounds familiar. Maybe I need to watch it again. Who
Like
knows?
literally, the only thing I remember from the movie when I saw it was when he punched the dude's head off on the roof. The black kid that was boxing, and he's like boxing him and some shit like that. And Jason was just taking the punches, like, and the kid was tired himself out of it. He said, "Give me your best shot." And then they see that Jason just one punch, boom, that nigga head went flying. And then the only thing I remember is the other thing I remember from the movie was they see him in Times Square. They're in the middle of Times Square. They see him, and they like, and then the two kids start running like, "Yo, it's him!" And then he start chasing after them. And these like white kids are listening to like their boombox, and the niggas walking. He just kicks the shit, boom.
I think I saw that shit online. Like it was like a meme. It was like a meme.
They made a meme out of it. Playing
Yeah.
they were playing Young Thug Lifestyle. My lifestyle. And then he just kicks the shit. Bah! And then of all the things that kill JC, the guns, no knives, no nothing. You know what kills him? Fucking New York sewage water. That's literally how he dies. New York sewage water.
That's the fucking that's what killed the aliens in the fucking World of War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise and the prequel as well.
What was the oxygen, right?
It was what it was water. They was drinking water.
That was also
Signs.
signs. Yeah, the water was the Yo, friggin' Jason, the sewage water came and what niggas was like, niggas started melting. The sewage water fucking killed them.
See, I don't fucking remember this movie, dude.
Bro, it's a lot. It's like literally like I think about like 20 Jason movies, man. It's hard to remember them. Oh, I don't even remember everything that happens in a Jason movie. Like I remember a few things. I remember one like I said from that one where he kicks the boombox and he punches the dude head off. I remember another one. I think it was Halloween 2 when a nigga jumps from the window out of nowhere with the sack on his head and he grabs the kid or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And there was another one. I think one of the Friday 13s where they thought it was over and then like no, it was the first one. The first Friday 13 where the girl is on the boat after they killed the mother and shit. And she's on the boat going in the lake, and then the kid Jason comes out the water and grabs and pulls her in the water, some shit like that. That's only the few things I remember. I don't remember everything that happens in that.
Jeez.
I'm not making a mission to watch some shits, except for Jason X. I'm gonna skip that one because that shit was bad.
That's the one he had like a metal mask, right? He was in space, right?
He was in outer space. Him and the black dude was boxing it out. You know how they killed him? They flew him into the sun. When the black dude was holding him, pushing him into the sun, like.
Yo, that Jason started off serious, then they lost its shit. Then they kind of like forgot what it was, almost like Fast and the Furious. Like Jason started going to space, Fast and Furious started going to space. Like they started doing like outlandish shit.
Like he started off as like a freaking undead man with like a deformed face. Then he was still like kind of like a man kid with a just deformed face, and he was going around killing them and shit for them killing his mother. And then after that, it was like he just turned into some super zombie. He got greener, he got uglier, and then next thing you know, he was just freaking taking beds and squishing them like sandwiches, whole beds in the frame and shit.
My man had the strength of 8,000 men. Like that shit was crazy. Like my man, I don't know, man. That I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but did they reboot it? Yeah, they did, right? Like
they rebooted it. They rebooted it with it had the kid, the guy from Supernatural in it. One of the guys from Supernatural was in it.
Nah, I remember. Yep.
And but that one, everybody was like shocked at that one because that Jason was running. He was like chasing out, like they were running. He was running after them.
You know, it will be a terrifying fucking Michael Myers movie if you caught the motherfucker running. Like he looked at you and then started busting out like Usain Bolt. I'm turning off the fucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
But
is it scary for him to pop out of nowhere, or you seeing him run?
I think it's scary to see him. I see him run.
I think.
But then again, in the old movie, that nigga used to power walk though. It wasn't like he was just walking slowly though. He was walking bad fast though. when he was coming after you, he was walking bad fast.
Nah, dude, if you see that motherfucker running, bro, that's like, it. It's a wrap.
Jason was doing like a slow saunter walk towards it. He walked slowly, like Michael Myers. He was speeding, like he was speed walking, like.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys watching that episode. It was really fucking good. It was like one of the funniest ones. Besides me scaring Red, but I felt really bad after.
Yeah, because he almost killed me, man.
Yo, so the crazy shit, with this COVID shit. Did you hear about the shit that happened in Shanghai?
No.
So Shanghai, right, had 2 COVID cases, right, the day before in the parks, right? They decided to close down the park with 30,000 visitors.
Oh, you talking about Disney?
Yeah, Shanghai Disney.
Oh, yeah. Because you said Shanghai. I thought you meant Shanghai, like just said Shanghai.
Yeah, Shanghai Disney. My bad. Shanghai Disney.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they locked them in the park.
Yo, how long do you think it took someone to get out?
Gorilla Panic would have said it. I'd have found a way out, yo. I'd have found a way out. Gorilla Panic would have set in, boy. It's not a joke.
If you get listen, for those that ever went to Disney in general, trying to get out of the park regularly pre-COVID was a nightmare. It was bottlenecks galore. If you wanted to,
Mhm.
if you want to leave Disney right at 8 o'clock at night, normal days. This was not COVID. This was just regular days. You leave at 8 o'clock. You're getting out of that park at 9:30 regularly. It's gonna take you an
Yep.
hour and a half just to get out.
Mhm.
So I could imagine if it's 30,000 people and each person has to get tested in order for them to leave. Like, dude, uh, let's not even talk about the fact that they didn't have 30,000 fucking COVID tests on deck. So they probably had to get that shit.
My thing is, and what if I have COVID? Well, you gonna keep me in the park, nigga? That's kidnapping. You can't keep me in here. You tested me to leave? Like, yo, what?
so note to self, I'm never going to Shanghai Disney ever in my
Nah, it's
life.
a wrap. Clearly, the Chinese do whatever they want to do over there.
And I'm not trying to be a stereotype, but from what I heard, there was like doing COVID tests like in different forms, not up the nose or mouth swabs. I heard they was doing like
Could be. I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know, man.
I heard a couple of reports that they were doing it. They said it was more effective that way. So just imagine that. Like nah, chill. Oof, nah. So God bless to those 30,000 people, man. Hopefully they got out in a timely fashion, man. But yeah, that shit sucks, man. Also, man, the fucking a lot of people are losing their jobs for not like taking the vaccine. Like I heard Ice Cube walked away from a movie, $9 million he left on the table because he thinks that the mandate is kind of is like it shouldn't be a mandate, but he decided to leave. Emilio Estevez did just announced that he's not going to be in the new Mighty Ducks season 2 because they switched their mandate. So they said that he needed to be vaccinated. He was like, "Nah, chill, I ain't doing that." So he's not going to be in season 2. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it. I think the only
So,
reason why I
so wait,
watched it,
you expect to be building a relationship with the mom or some shit like that and not be vaccinated? He's gonna be all up in her face and fucking give her COVID. What do you think?
I have no idea, man. I just know that I only
Well, I mean, give each other COVID because I mean, it doesn't make you immune, but it makes you like survive it if you catch it. It
yes,
increases your chances of surviving if you catch it.
yeah. So like I don't know. The only reason why I watched that show, even though it's like super kiddie and super like corny, I only watched it because of him. Because he was like the only thing that was like of back in the days, golden era
Yeah,
of that.
it's Coach Bomb. It's nostalgia, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. So
It's
I
Coach
mean,
Bombay, man. Kid, it's
so I
weird
don't
to
know.
have Mighty Ducks without Bombay.
Yeah, it kind of like defeats the purpose. And like I don't know, man. But
That's why that third Mighty Ducks movie didn't do that well.
you got him for like 2 minutes in the beginning
And then 2
and
minutes
then
in the
2 minutes in
end.
the end, bro.
Yeah, it was like, what?
That man, my man was like, "What you mean you're not gonna be our coach?" He's like, "I can't be a coach,
And then
man."
I hate how cliche those movies are. It's like that movie, the coach is a hard ass. He's like, no flying V, no this, stop all that stupid tricks and shit. And then at the end of the movie, do the flying V. Here, we're ducks. Here, like, yo, what? Bro, you just spent the whole movie hating on them niggas being ducks. And
Nope.
now at the end, you were like, here, we're all ducks. Yo, here, flying V, do the flying V. Here's your C, Charlie. You're the captain. Cause remember he took the C from Charlie. So he's
Rip
not the
that
captain.
shit.
Yeah. Yo, I'm like, I say, yo, what the hell? Not all of a sudden you have to change your heart and you want them to be ducks again and all that shit. Come on, man. Stop that.
Who was your favorite character out of the Ducks? Out of 1, 2, and 3? Because the characters are different from 1 and 3. Like
For me, it was the Bash Brothers. I was a Bash Brothers
I
guy.
was about, yeah, dude. I love the Bash Brothers, man.
I was a Bash Brothers guy, man.
You know, it's funny. When I was working at Best Buy and I forgot his name, but he's the other Bash, not the one from Daredevil. He's the other
Oh
guy.
no,
He looked like
the
yeah, he looked like a fucking man. He was at
yeah.
Best Buy, and mind you, in my head, watching him for all these years, I felt like he was someone that was like super tall like you. And I was looking at him like, yo, that's oh shit, that's him.
And it
My
was short
man
as
was
hell.
my man was shorter than me, right? And I was like, I said, yo, dude, I'm a huge fan. You know, you think I could take a picture? He was like, nah.
Damn.
He was like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm like, all right, cool, man.
Like, the F you, man. That's the only movie. Nah, I'm starting. I'm not gonna talk shit.
Yeah,
The
so
F you, man. That's the only movie you had done, man.
yeah, I mean, I think it was the Bash Brothers for me, and then I liked fuck what is his name? He played Benny the Jet in Sandlot. The kid from Miami, Spanish dude. They couldn't
I know what
stop.
you're talking about.
He couldn't break. Forgot his name.
Yeah,
But
yeah. He had it. What he did? He jumped out the skating rink or some shit like that one
yeah,
time.
he
Broke his
crashed into
glass.
it. Yeah, he couldn't stop. He was fast as fuck, but he couldn't fucking stop. So that
He
was his.
always he always had like players that were good, but they always had like a defect to them. Like there was like something that they couldn't do.
I think the only one that was consistent was probably like Conway, the main character. Like he was like
Charlie
all
and
around.
Banks.
And Banks, oh Banks had the fucking broken arm that he was like nothing's wrong, and my man shit was broke. He was like turn it. He was like yeah.
bro, bro, they had to give him a handicap because Banks is too nice, man. They had to make Charlie look good, yo.
You
I
felt
think to
bad.
me, Banks is the best player on the team, though.
Banks was the best because I mean he was a preppy kid. He was a kid that had it all. He was rich. He had rich parents. He had the
Yeah,
best coaches. He was on a different team that was a little more elite. Yeah, so he was slumming it up to come to the Ducks. But he was definitely I would say I would consider him better as far as as a skater, an ice skater. You felt bad for like Goldberg because you had Goldberg and you had Cat, and Cat
Cat
was a
was
better.
two way better goalie than Goldberg.
But I was like, yeah, you got to keep Goldberg because Goldberg is the
But he's the
original dude.
comic.
But like,
Yeah, he's the comic relief.
yeah, so that was I felt bad, but we always knew that Cat was better, way fucking better.
It was funny in part three where he started giving her like fatty foods and stuff to make her slow. he
Give him mad donuts,
was
bro.
giving her mad sweets and shit, made her fat.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good movies, man. You know, watching part one and then watching two and three, they totally different movies. Like part one was like the cast was like all different. This was like maybe three people that were the same. That went over, but like yeah, the kids from like Heavyweights. He was like the
Mhm.
main character. So
That movie was funny, yo. Heavyweights is another funny movie, bro.
Heavyweights
That,
is my shit, dude. I
no,
had
that shit. Yo, every time I cry is the weigh day when everybody's supposed to be losing weight, but everybody weight went up, and it was
get
but
on the
still.
scale. Get on the scale. Get
He's
off the
like,
scale. Get off-
yo, that part always cracked me up. Yo. Like, he said, "Yo, my main man, yeah, get on the scale, get off the scale."
He's like, you are the fattest man in camp. He was like,
Oh man,
he's like, how did you get fatter? Yeah, that shit was mad funny because yo, in the beginning of the movie, they had the guy come in. He was pitching the whole like camp shit. The shit looked dope. You see the blob, da da da. You see a whole bunch of fat kids in the river.
yeah.
He's like, there's a fat camp. He said, you fatter than me. You should go. Yo, my man said, yo, my man was like, you going to fat camp? He's like, no, what you think? Oh, because you fat. Is that your dad? No, what makes you say that? Because he's fat too. I like, yo, bro. If you was a big
No,
kid, if you was a big kid growing up in the '90s, bro, that shit was like resume. I can't say the fucking word. I'm like
resonated.
not resonated and representation
Mm.
because you like, all right, cool. Like there's a whole bunch of other kids that look like me. Like you know what I mean? Like it was just you making fun of yourself is like whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
that if that movie was to come out now in this day and age, bro, who knows the outrage that will happen.
They can't do nothing nowadays.
Yeah, dude. Good
You know,
movie, man.
that shit was funny, man. Yo, that movie always made me cry. Niggas say, get on the scale. Get off the scale.
Or you could definitely go on Disney Plus and watch it. It's up on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it? Oh,
So yeah,
I might make a visit.
yeah, that was the first when right when I got Disney Plus. It was like a day one release, and that was the first thing I watched. It's like, yo, let me watch the Heavyweights. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, that movie's
Um,
really good.
I know that you said that you have not watched the Eternals,
No,
so
I
we're
was
not
gonna get
gonna we're
into it.
not gonna we're not gonna get into it. Like I'm gonna give you my initial thoughts. I'm not even gonna say any plot points. So like the movie, I saw the movie yesterday, Thursday night, around 7 o'clock. Took the missus, went to go see it. It's a very it's a very dense movie, which I already knew it was gonna be dense. I knew it was gonna be very story driven. So I was already like I went into it with the expectation that it's gonna be very story driven, and that not to like think it's gonna be like action packed, which it's still action packed. But it's very story driven. I I liked it. It didn't make my top 10 MCU films. Um, because mind you, these are characters that I do not really know. I never read the Eternals, so they're not like something that's within my radar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was a good solid movie. Like as far as storytelling and how the way it looks, the visuals and everything else, the movie is solid. I gave it. Went on Facebook. I gave it like a 3 out of 5. Um, which I think is good for new characters that I don't have no idea who they are. Um, I would say stick around for the post credits. There's a post credit and there's an end credits. There's a post and end credits scene, which
Yeah.
which is really fucking dope. I think this both of them are pretty much up there as far as like holy shit. Um, Shout
I
out
would say for credits too, because it's Marvel. You gotta say for Marvel end credits.
yeah, it was a good movie, man. A lot of people was giving it shit because they had the red carpet premiere like about 3 weeks ago, and a couple of like critics went out. It was like 120 critics went out and they saw the movie, and then they went into Rotten Tomatoes, and it was pretty divisive, right? So like a lot of people's like, oh my god, this movie is trash because the Rotten Tomatoes score is low. But if you look at the fucking numbers, right? If you look at the amount of people that reviewed critics, it was only like at that time it was only like 30 something reviews, and they were like split. So like it looked like oh my god, it's 50%. It's only 50 between fucking 30 fucking people. So as
Wow.
the so as like the movie is now out and now more critics will be able to see it. Now the audience score will probably go up. Who knows about Listen, whenever is a movie that's very like considered woke, like diverse cast, they have a gay character that's in it that's it's known, that it's gonna be like people gonna hate it. That's a given. We live in a day and age where if they don't like something, they're gonna bash it. And mind you, like the character that's in it, Fastos, he's like the MCU's first gay character, like out there, and it's not even it's like it's not like that. It's a character, and that's his lifestyle, but it's not a part of the story. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good flick. I would definitely recommend it. It's a movie you may want to watch on IMAX because it's a very big movie and the visuals are like huge. So if you have the means and you have an IMAX by you, definitely go check it out. You like it, especially like because we've been watching a lot of movies lately, and a lot of movies haven't been kind of like intellectual. Like it's not like stimulating your mind as far as like storytelling. Like we got Dune. Dune was very like story driven, and I loved it because I needed that. We've been getting a lot of movies that's kind of like all right, action, 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 with no really story. So we kind of wanted that. So this is another one that gives you that kind of storytelling. So definitely good flick.
Yeah, I think maybe probably why it's getting so even though I haven't seen it, but I think maybe why it's getting so harsh a review from critics is because it's coming right after Shang-Chi, which is like a really great movie that had very had a lot of story and action to it. So I don't know. Maybe that's why it's getting a hard time from critics in the theaters.
A lot of people, when I was reading I don't really give Rotten Tomatoes too much credit, but it looks like other people give them a lot of like it holds a lot of weight for some people. Like I would never read a Rotten Tomato score and be like, I'm not gonna see the movie.
Yeah, me neither.
Like someone's comments never swayed me to not watch a movie. I always watched it and gave it my own thoughts and my own,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
enjoy it.
Same
So
here.
like, I just don't get why, but if people get influenced, who knows? But yeah, a lot of people you could is just very like there's a lot of situations that a lot of people are not gonna like. Um, because it's very like it's out there. It's a different film. It's a diverse cast. You got a lot of people in this movie. Like there's no one that looks the same. Like everyone has a different shade of color. So it's a good flick. Um, so that's my take. So next week, hopefully, if Red does the see if he see it, if he watches it between now and next week, then we talk about it next week. Um, what else dropped? Morbius. Morbius dropped the trailer like right on Monday, which is weird because like a lot of people was waiting for the Spider-Man 2 trailer to drop, and then they fucking said, "Nah, we're gonna drop Morbius," which makes sense because it dropped on Monday, and Monday made a year since the first trailer dropped. So
That's
this
why
movie's been.
I ain't gonna hold you. I really lost interest when I saw like one of a mutual friend posted like the trailer in the group chat. I was like, yeah, I don't even care about this movie no more.
it because it's been so long, and I think because during the pandemic things got
Mhm.
delayed, and then Marvel Studios has like a hand in these Sony properties because they're like, hey, listen, Spider-Man is gonna be a part of this universe, but we got to make sure that it fits. So like they kind of like held back on Venom. So if you guys watch Venom, the post credit scene is they show like the introduction of Venom being into the MCU. That was like filmed like months before release. Like that was like an afterthought. Like, hey, let's put this in because the movie no Far From Home was No Way Home was completed. They was able to kind of make that work. And so Morbius is gonna be, I guess, within the MCU. I'm not quite sure because if you watch the trailer, he goes, I am Venom, and I'm like, oh, so he knows who Venom is. And then Michael Keaton's character's in it, so who knows? The trailer was better than the first one. Um, I'm not really educated on Morbius. I know of his character. I know that his lineage. Correct me if I'm wrong. Morbius is the reason why Blade is Blade. Is he the
um,
one that bites Blade in the comics and
no,
creates?
no, not to my knowledge. I don't think he's the one.
Because I know in the movies that they made it seem like he was birthed and his mother got bit, but I think that was like the movie version.
In the movie, yeah, he was his mother. Like I think in the comics, I don't know, because I haven't really read too much on Blade's origin. But I think in the comics, his mother was like involved with a vampire. It wasn't like she got attacked by one. I think like his mother had fell in love with a vampire, and they created Blade through their union. You know what I mean? Like I don't think she was attacked like they made it seem like in the Blade movie.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. So I'll be Don
Yeah,
Don
I'm not.
Don's gonna be the one that would know all this stuff. But
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe it's a Mandela effect, but I definitely remember
I know
seeing something, but I could be wrong.
Blade and Morbius was in a Spider-Man episode in the cartoon series, and he talked about his and Blade was hunting him down because he was attacking the college student, but like he would drink the blood from their head by like sucking from their arm, like his hand had the plasma suction thing or whatever, and he was. I don't know if that's what his real powers is because I don't really know too much about Morbius, but that's a funny power that he just touches you and it sucks your blood. I'm figuring they just did that for the Saturday morning cartoon. They didn't want to show a vampire biting into people's necks and stuff like that, drinking blood and shit. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's a quick thing I see online about how Blade gets his powers, but it looks like there's so many different runs of him becoming Blade.
they rebooted it so many times.
So like, yeah, there's really nothing. But I don't see anything with Morbius. So that could have just been a glitch in my brain. Yeah. So I mean, the trailer looks good. It looks really good. Doesn't look terrible. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna go about it because Morbius is a very like dark character, and if this is gonna be like promoted as a horror movie, then I'm here for it because it looks pretty. It doesn't look scary, but it looks like a horror flick.
It
But
probably gonna be all good.
it's almost like it's Jared Leto, and not to sound like I'm very comfortable with my sexuality, but like Jared Leto is just too pretty. Like I don't know, you just can't. I don't know, you just can't make that dude ugly. Because Morbius, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the more blood he drinks, the more he turns into this thing, right? Like he has phases of how he looks.
I think it gets more powerful the more, the
So I
more.
know that I know there's phases. So like he can look like type of trash, and then like if he drinks a lot of blood, like he kills somebody, drinks all their blood, then he like transforms into this crazy looking bat thingy.
I,
Um,
I don't know, but I'm not big on Morbius, so
yeah, me either. So let's listen. If you're gonna have Morbius, you gotta have Blade. But mind you, they're two different properties, so I'm not sure how they're gonna play that. I know that I'm hearing that Blade is gonna be first seen on Moon Knight. Moon Knight is gonna be his first appearance. Is gonna be in Moon Knight.
yeah, Mashallah Ali is playing Blade.
So he's gonna be in Moon Knight. Moon Knight is dropping next year. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fucking. I mean, it should be fucking good. Like you can really. That's Marvel's fucking Batman.
Boy, Oscar Isaac in another Batman movie, another Marvel movie.
Yeah, another. Yep. Apocalypse. But at least no, in Apocalypse, did they show his? They showed his regular face because when he was transferring over, he was like a
Yeah,
regular. Yeah, so you saw his face without a beard, without the makeup and all that shit. So you kind of saw him, but not. But yeah, but it looks like it doesn't matter if you play the character once. It looks like they give you multiple shots. Look at Eternals. You got Cersei, the chick that's playing Cersei. She was in Captain Marvel as Minerva. Minerva. So like they don't give a fuck anymore. She was blue in one movie, and in this movie she's not.
I'm just amazed they got Angelina Jolie to do a Marvel movie.
Angelina Jolie is it's something about that woman. She just has that she she's always I don't know. She doesn't. You can tell she got older, but she's still bad.
The sex appeal.
Yeah, like she's gorgeous. But you have
Back,
her. You have her, and
back to ago.
yeah, for what I heard, yeah. But you have her, and you have Selma Hayek in the same fucking movie,
Shit,
and
Selma
and
Hayek, boy. Let me tell you something. If there's anybody out there that might have a shot at taking Scarlett Johansson on my top list, it's definitely Selma Hayek, yo.
yo, and she's like,
Holy,
and she's like 55.
bro, she's bad. I just rewatched Desperado the other day, and I said, "Oh my god, yo!" I said, "She's a bad chick, yo. She's so sexy, yo."
It's funny because everybody like her, one of her, you know, her claim not it's not her claim to fame, but like she always talks about her titties. In every interview, she always talks about them. So like something that us men always look at, because we creeps. She brings awareness to them.
Bro,
So it's like all right, cool. She talked about them. Very cool.
and they're beautiful, and they are beautiful. You get to see them in Desperado too if you watch Desperado.
My man hit you with the Mr. Skin.
Yo, she's nude. She's nude in Desperado. You get to see it.
That's crazy. Oh
A young
man.
Selma Hayek.
Yeah, she doesn't look. I mean, you could tell she got older, but she still looks.
She's still fine. She's bad.
Yeah, she still looks
She's
bad.
like
Like she,
fine wine. She's not. She's not. She's just gonna find her age. Yo. She's gonna be like a. She's gonna be the new Helen Mirren when Helen Mirren is gone. Yo.
yeah, because when we get older, and she's become when she's like an elderly person, and our grandkids are like, who the hell is Summer Hayek? They're like,
Mm-hmm.
we fucking throw a slip at them. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like, she bad.
Our grandkids gonna be like, yo, Summer Hayek is bad. Yo, there's the old lady.
They'll be like Helen Mirren. They'll be like, yeah, she's
Yeah,
bad. Like that's
yo. They're like, yo, they're gonna be like, Summer Hayek is bad. I holler. I'll be her boy toy.
that's crazy. Oh man, so talking about Marvel, right? So your Marvel, you got Black Panther 2, right? Production stopped today.
Listen, I'm
Yeah, we know
I
your
checked
stance.
out of Black Panther too. You can talk about it, but I checked out of that. Like
Yeah, no,
one
I mean it's not much. I mean they're saying that she got hurt. Letitia Wright got hurt on set. Mind you, this is like if you think about all these Disney properties and Disney movies that's going on, like they have these mandates. And from what I'm hearing, Letitia Wright is not like an anti-vaxxer, but she doesn't. I don't think she's vaccinated, so I don't know if this is like a
yeah,
maybe that maybe this is like a an excuse on why she's not on set.
she played the feds, but she's definitely anti-vaxxer. She just don't want to say she's an anti-vaxxer to upset fans. She's an
Yeah,
anti-vaxxer. Cause she was talking out against it before it like even became a thing to like get vaccines.
yeah, she
Cause
was
she
posting she was posting like propaganda shit, like shit that was not
yeah,
real, like fake shit.
and then she was like she don't want to take it because she don't know what's in it and all that stuff. So she's definitely an anti-vaxxer. So I don't know.
It's crazy. Somebody online was talking about how like there was a lady that was like, I'm not. She like I'm anti-vaxxer. I don't want nothing. I don't put nothing foreign in my body. But mind you, she had like butt implants and breast implants and collagen in her lips. I'm like, you stupid.
Yeah, people are crazy. It was like the same thing.
That's just more dangerous than anything, man.
And I'm laughing because all these motherfuckers talking about don't comply. Cops, firefighters, all these motherfuckers say don't comply. I'm like, oh really? I hope you assholes remember this shit when y'all pulling over a black guy for a traffic violation and he doesn't want to get out of his fucking car.
He should have just complied.
He should just comply. I mean, I hope you remember this don't comply shit that y'all chanting. Cause yo, this is crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So
I
so
mean, don't get me wrong though. I'm pro vaccine, but I'm anti mandate. Even though I was talking about like people shouldn't lose their jobs over this mandate shit, but I am anti mandate. I feel like you shouldn't be forced to take the vaccine. It should be your choice.
yeah, I'm on the same boat. I'm all about choice. And I'm vaxxed up. I just think that people shouldn't lose their job that
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
been with for the last 15 years because they don't want to put something foreign in their body. That's okay, but also at the same time, somebody that owns a business, they do what they want because that's their business. They want to keep their employees safe. So
hmm
it's a gray area, and hopefully, I mean, from what it's looking like now, any company that has more than 100 employees starting January 1st has to be vaccinated. So this
that's why
that's
I feel
crazy.
like you have to draw the line because okay, you force city workers, and that's one thing you're right as the government. You want your city workers and your federal workers to be vaccinated. You're the one supplying those. You're the one that's giving out those positions for people to work. So that's within your right to say, yeah, if you want to work the city job, you have to be vaccinated. But the moment you start crossing into the private sector, you're telling private businesses what they're supposed to do with their employees and shit. Like that's where I draw the line. It's like that you're going too far now. Like don't tell people what to do with their business. If they don't want to force the vaccine on their employees, don't put a mandate out talking about oh you have to take this vaccine to work. That's not your place.
And well, my bad. Go ahead.
No, that's cool.
So like it's fucked up because at the end of the day, right, you got all these people that's gonna lose their jobs, right? So it's almost like you work at a job, right, that's already like low staff, right? And they fire it's you and your boy, right? You're the only person that does the job. He gets fired. Guess who takes on the workload? You, right?
You,
So think about all these people that's about to lose their job and get put on unemployment and all that tax money that we pay because we have to work goes to them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like it's a fucked up situation. Like it only hurts the people that's working.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like it puts a strain on the economy because what are you gonna do with these people that don't want to get vaccinated? They can never work. They only go work at jobs that's under 100 people.
Apparently, that's what they're talking about,
So
which I
like,
think is ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
but that's dumb. That's why I, I'm even though I'm a Democrat, I feel like Democrats go too far sometimes. Like they over coddle. Like I like the government to be there for us for some things, but I don't like the government to be like our dad or our mom telling us what to do all the fucking time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't force us to do shit like vaccines and all that shit because people don't want to put that in their body. You're asking people to put something in their body like that. If they don't want to put it in their body, that's their right to not put it in their body. Like,
yeah, yeah. It's a fucked up situation that we in. But I don't know, man. You know, this shit is above our pay grade. All we can do is just, I make sure that I'm safe. My friends, my family are safe, and just keep getting this chicken. Because and then those that are vaccinated that can't find jobs, there gonna be a lot of jobs opening up for y'all. So sanitation, EMS, police, fire, FDNY, the DOE, they're gonna be hiring a lot of people. So
they were all talk because I heard a good majority of them people the day before the mandate went and got the vaccine.
yeah, I think the FDNY is like 80%. No, I think 90 something percent all vaccine. I think the cops were
Yeah,
like they were like,
majority of them went and got the vaccine just before the mandate came up. They were all talk.
yeah,
Because,
it
like I
is.
said, it's ridiculous. You know how hard it is to get that, especially FDNY and police officers. Like, you have to do like training, and it's like rigorous physical training to become an FDNY and a police officer. You're gonna just throw that shit away
Oh,
because of,
also,
because of
and also like like you said, like it took you so long to get to that point, right? And then you vested 15, 20, 25 years in this company, and you like a year, 2 years away from your fucking full pension, and you gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just it's fucked up because they're like, oh, I have to do this in order to get my pension. It's a fucked up situation. I can't say that shit enough. It's
yeah.
fucked up.
Like I said, it's a city job, so it's within the government's right to make that mandate for that. But when it comes to the private sector, like private job, you can't force like companies to say, "Oh, you have to do X and Y and Z because or fire your employees." Like you're telling people what to do with their employees. Like,
Yeah, and it's not like so like if a person is unvaccinated, right, and he's like it's one person, and then he's surrounded in an office space with a whole bunch of vaccinated people. At the end of the day, he's the one that's in the worst position than anyone else, right?
he's
Because he
at risk
can,
to die. Yeah,
yeah. So like if it's his choice to do that, then that's his choice, right? That's almost like you know you get a ticket, right? Cops give you a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, right? They don't really give a shit about you dying or not. They give you the ticket because they caught you without your seatbelt.
mm-hmm.
But like it's they give you they're supposed to give you the ticket because they're trying to save your life.
Yeah.
But it's their choice to not wear a seatbelt. Well, they also said head injuries are like the leading killer of car accidents. But why is it not wearing a helmet in the car mandatory? You get what I'm saying? Like if you wore a helmet, you could probably survive a car crash.
Well, I
But
think
they,
that car crash was crazy anyway. That day, I think most of the people probably dying from that freaking bag exploding in your face. You ever seen that shit?
I had one broke in my face. It's just not fun.
Jesus Christ, yo, like,
That shit, it's like you getting punched by like somebody that has the power of 8,000 men hitting you with a pillow in the face.
yeah, I would imagine, bro. That shit looks painful.
And a lot of the times, but like when you just like how do you say it? Naturally, right? When you get in a car accident, you kind of do this, right? Cover
Yeah,
your face. So when the bag blows up in your face, with your arms being in your face, your arms are pretty much breaking your nose. Like no one ever gets in a car crash and just goes straight down. Like nobody. So a lot of the times you end up hurting yourself even more because your arms are up.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, nah, that shit hurts. I would not recommend that shit. Uh, what else we got here? Oh, I haven't seen it. I know you seen it. You said you didn't like it too much, or was I think you said it was too long. You felt the length. No Time to Die is releasing on VOD next week, so I'm excited about that because I didn't want to see that shit in theaters, but I
Yeah,
want to see it.
because I don't want to spoil it for people, but yeah, I did feel the time. The action is really good, though. I'm not gonna. The fight scenes and the action scenes are really good. Where they take place, they're really good. But I did feel the time. I wasn't a big fan of the story and the plot, and definitely wasn't a fan of the ending. But I'm not gonna spoil anything. But yeah, that's mainly my thought. But I think I may watch it again just to see how I feel, how I really truly feel about it. Give it one more look.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. So that's next week. That comes out next week on Friday, and I believe Shang Chi comes out on Disney Plus on Friday as well. So that's gonna be
Yeah,
nice to see Shang Chi
I'm
again.
definitely watching Shang Chi.
What else here? I thought this was funny because the headlines was crazy, right? Because based on like when I first saw the clip, I saw the clip and there was like zero context of the clip. So apparently Joe Biden comes out as bi. That's what my initial thoughts were.
Yeah,
Then when I watched the show, it's a troll. It's not like a troll. It's just like people cut the clip and made it seem like he's like I'm
yeah,
bi.
that by
He was just saying I'm bi, and the context was him, with different people getting canceled by the LGBT. So he said if I come out as bi, I can never get canceled by my own community. So he said let it be known. He's like
that's that's not true because
I know that's not true, but like it's I'm like
yeah, he's a fool. Yeah, he's funny. I mean, I shared it because I thought it was funny as hell, but some people were really offended by that shit. Like some people really took that shit to heart.
I don't listen.
Like, yo, what's up with this shit with everybody coming out as bi, man? Or it seems to be the trend that everybody coming out the closet now. I'm like, hey, man, you got Malik Yoba and Joe Budden, man. So what?
Yo, fucking Cal Penn comes out as a homosexual.
Yo,
Fucking
he
yo,
looked gay to me. I'm
Harold
sorry, bro.
Kumar? Nah, bro.
Bro, he gave me the vibes that he was like,
Nah, yo, Harold Kumar, bro. They talked about was cock meat sandwiches in the fucking White Castle movie. You never think
yeah,
me
cop.
me
They were
me.
talking about cop.
I know, but it was like like those kind of jokes because they fucking immature. I didn't think that he was like hats off to him. I'm happy for him, but I didn't fucking know. That shit crazy, man. Yo, people just getting so offended lately. Like, all right, so Red, let me just ask you a question. Hypothetically, right? You have a son, right? Well, you do have a son, but this is not your
Yeah,
son.
hypothetically, I was okay.
But you have a son. But say if your son was born like he was like born, premature, right? He was in hospital for a while, has a little bit of issues, but like he's more or less functional, right?
Mhm.
He can live a normal life. He can have kids, family, whatever, right? But this kid is still like 8 years old, right? You divorce your wife. A couple of years later, you remarry, and you have a baby with someone else. Then
Mhm.
you go on Facebook or Instagram and you post your baby, and you give a congratulations to your wife and for the blessings and for the baby being healthy and whatever. Would 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 you take that as a dig to your first kid
No,
for not being so healthy?
no,
No, right?
no.
S- See, logical minds, right? Like critical thinking.
Because
So
everybody who has a kid, they hope to have a healthy kid. So it's like it's not out of the ordinary for even if you have your first kid is unhealthy. It doesn't mean like when you say, "Oh, thank God I have thank God for this healthy baby boy." It's not taking a dig at your first kid because everybody hopes for their kid to be healthy. Just because your kid ends up being not healthy doesn't mean you love it any less. It just means that one kid was born healthy and one kid was born unhealthy, but both kids are still loved. I mean, that's the way I view things.
yeah, to give this context, Chris Pratt put out an Instagram post of his new baby that he had with his new
Oh,
wife,
the Schwarzenegger girl, yeah.
yeah, and people are ripping him like he is being like they trying to cancel him for shading his first child.
Listen, those
Yo,
people kiss my ass. They've been trying to cancel Chris Pratt for a minute. They were trying to cancel Chris Pratt for something else, and then the Marvel Avengers had to assemble to like tell the fans like, nah, he's cool, leave him alone or some shit like that. I forgot what it is he did. They were trying to cancel him for it. I forgot what it was he did, and like Iron Man and Thor, and then and other people had to step in and say like, nah, he's a good guy. Like,
because he's like one of those Christians, and people think that he's like that kind of Christian, like like racist or whatever. Like
I
I don't
can't
know the man
stand,
like
I
that,
can't
but like
stand these things,
so
bro.
like this is the
This
post. This is a post he put. Wait, is this? I think maybe he deleted it.
Pratt,
Oh yeah,
Pratt.
this is it. So he's pretty much saying like, look at me. I mean, I found someone that like look at you, and whatever whatever. She's giving me an amazing life, gorgeous, a healthy
Healthy
daughter
daughter, yeah.
that she was so lovely, whatever whatever. Like, and people are saying that he's shading his fucking child, his first child.
Well,
With
who? But see, bro. That I'm a Democrat. I'm liberal, but these people that say this shit is those far left liberals. These are the liberals that are so far on the left spectrum that like nothing they say makes fucking sense. Like everything is like they get butt hurt at everything. They get mad at everything. Like you breathe and it offends them. Like dude, those oh man, God, I don't know. Those Antifa, all them far left people, man, they're crazy. They're literally crazy, bro. Like you really can't. Like look at the time when the situation with the spa in California, I think it was, where
mm-hmm.
the guy had full penis out, walking in the women's area of the spa. Well, I mean, there was like little kids there and everything like that and everything, and the women protested the spa saying that like, yo, they don't want like somebody who still got the tail between their legs in their section. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scared of like they're new, they're vulnerable, they could get raped or something like that. They're scared of that. So these mofos goes and guess what they do? They go over there and attack the women that said they were scared. They go over there and attack them
Yeah.
and saying that they're transphobic. They're not transphobic. They're just saying they have an issue with somebody who has a penis in this section, which is rightfully so. Like it's not. Yo, bro, I don't know, man. Like I can't call it with the I can't call it with people nowadays, man.
And the funny thing is this, I think his son, his first son is fully functional. Like he can have an ordinary, like I don't think I'm not quite sure what his if he what medical issues he has, but I don't think he has any. But I could be wrong. Um but I don't think that she's even taking it that serious. I think it's just people. And she like I wouldn't take it as a dig.
Nobody in their right mind take it as a dig. It's these people who have nothing better to do with their lives, but to hawk on everything that a celebrity says, and then try to cancel them for it, that that takes it as a day. There's something. There's a disconnect in their brain, man. It's
Yeah,
like common sense logic don't function right for them, bro. It's like nah.
yeah. You don't think that Chris Pratt loves his fucking kid? Like there was a point where he talks about his kid all the time. I even know his kid's name, and I think his name is Jack or something like that. Like, come on, dude. Like that, people just try to reach, and they're just trying to get people like, you know, Chris Pratt from what I see, in the surface level, he looks like a very cool dude, very down to earth. When I see videos of him outside in the wild and saying what's up to his fans, he looks like he's a genuine nice dude.
Bro, these people are crazy, man. Anytime I see them get outraged for something stupid, I just say, oh, there they go. But I pay that shit no mind. That's why I say, yo, don't apologize for nothing to these people. Because the moment you apologize to them assholes, that's it. You give them the power, and they're gonna cancel you, bro. Don't apologize. Don't do the Kevin Hart shit and apologize, yo. Do not apologize to that shit.
No, I mean it's true. Like if it's some shit, like if it comes from a very dark place, then yeah, you could possibly get canceled, and that's something you have to work on yourself and see if you want to apologize for that. But like if it's something that's comedy or something like that, like you don't have to apologize for shit. Like Kevin Hart shouldn't have to apologize. Um,
For something he already apologized for numerous times, and it was in the past.
and it was a past, it was a joke, and us growing up in the hood and growing up around, like we said some wild, crazy shit, but we didn't fucking mean it. Like we're not talking about a specific person. It'll be a person you're talking to that's a friend that you call them certain names and shit. And he lost but man's dream was to
Host the
host the
Oscar
Oscars,
and lost it.
and he lost it. Even though he was given the opportunity to do it, he turned it down because he's like I don't want to, like, this is almost like a pity thing. So it's like,
Listen, them far left and the alphabet people, they don't play, man. Them mofos is crazy, man.
well, the ones that's online being active are crazy. Like I don't want to like
It's
do a
not all of
blanket
them. Yeah, of
statement.
course. It's
Yeah,
not. It's not all of them. It's not all of them.
yeah, because
But I
I
mean,
know I know.
if you're taking offense to it, I hit dog will holler though. That's as my mother would say. I hit dog will holler. So stop doing that. Stop doing that crazy shit, man.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Yeah, the world that we live in, man, where shit. If Mr. Rogers is probably still around, they probably try to cancel him too, man. Like, like
Imagine this motherfucker told me to love my neighbor. You know what?
I read some crazy shit online. I don't know if I have it on my phone. It was some other shit that people try to cancel. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was fake. Let me see if I have it here. Oh, what actress said this shit? An actress said that giving birth is almost like being being raped or some shit like that.
Oh my god!
Oh, it was it I think it was Melissa Milano.
I could just,
Alyssa
I can just
Milano.
picture. Thank you for downplaying real victims' issues. I can
Yeah,
just
she said
picture.
some shit like that. Like,
I can
oh, it's
just
almost like it
picture.
was unconsensual. I'm like, dude, you had a child. I mean, it's part of life. It happens. Like, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to have a child vaginally, then you can get a C-section, or you can have someone else,
Carry
carry a
child for you.
child. What do you call those? You know the word,
Surrogates.
surrogates. There's so many different options, and especially a person like in her stature, as far as money wise, she has the means that she could do that shit. This baby's being born every day, b.
She don't want to. She feels violated that a baby punched out of her vagina, man. Create a big crater right in that shit.
How you saying they're trying to cancel your own baby? Like, yo, like, what are you doing, bro? I don't know, man. These cancellations are crazy.
Well, you can transfer anything, man. I remember one time I was talking in a group, and it was one of the Facebook group chats, and it was there. The topic was about like if you were with a if you were with a transgender person, but unknowingly, like say your girl, like you were with a girl or whatever like that, and then like you didn't know they were like a transgender, and then you find out later, would you still stay with them or something like that? That was the question, and like guys were naturally saying nah, they wouldn't. They were like nah, I wouldn't. I'm out. Some guys said it would stay. Some guys like I don't care, I'll stay. And other guys were like nah, I'm out. Like I can't be I can't be in that situation. So like the dudes that would say that they would leave, these mofos would get attacked. They were like saying that like they were that they were transphobic and all shit like that.
We also
And,
had we had a hypothetical like that in our old show.
bro,
That was one of the hypotheticals we had. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, they were saying that they were transphobic. I'm like, bro, like, that's not transphobic. That's preference. You don't want to be with nobody that was once born a man. That's it. That's it. That's a preference. Not
Yeah.
transphobic.
Hmm. I mean, it's a we live in a world where even saying that could get you canceled because they'll be like, well, I identify and I am a woman, and I don't need to tell you my history. I am a woman, and this is who I am. I that
I like how it's all cool, right? They said, oh, they don't need to disclose that history for you, but yet they would want to know everything about you. They would want to know everything about your past, but they don't. They feel that they shouldn't have to disclose that to you. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me about people and with these relationships and shit. It's like they always want this and that, but they don't ever want to like give back in return.
yeah.
Crazy.
I just think that a lot of people. I mean, I think that's a small percentage of people that will not say anything, but I know a lot of people
No, it is a small percentage
that
because a lot of them would say they would
they will
they
tell
would
their
they
partner.
would let them know right off the rip that what it is, so they could make an informed decision.
Yeah, so it's like it's a very small percentage that be like, I'm a stealth it. Like you won't know,
Hmm.
which I think is kind of like I mean,
That's what this chick was doing, Sydney Star.
yeah,
She was
she wasn't
stealthing.
telling people.
She wasn't telling people in the beginning,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's creepy because Shorty, dude, Shorty really looked like a chick. Yeah, it was like, yo, I'd have never known if she didn't come out.
I have I'm on a side of Instagram that's very colorful, and I've seen a lot of shorties that look like shorties. Like I'm talking about
Hmm.
like I was like, oh shit,
You
and
would have never known. Yep.
then you see the hashtag. I'm like, wow. I mean, hats off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you
hats
succeeded.
off.
You successfully transitioned.
Yeah,
I can't even get mad at them. Like, yo, you succeeded.
yeah,
There's
like
some
you,
people out here. There's some of them out here. Some of you, they struggling. They like, yo, bro, you just look like a dude with a wig, yo. Like,
yeah, like it just hats off, bro. Like
but some of them, yo, they really, yeah. I can't. Like, if I didn't know, if you didn't let me know, you would definitely would have got me.
yeah, man. If we have any people that's in chat or that stumbles upon this channel, we're not bashing anyone. We are we are still learning in this world. We not some we might sound ignorant because we just don't know things. But if you are want to come on our show and speak your truth and tell us how this whole thing works, listen, open invitation. You can always come on the
Listen, I'm
show and
not.
then
I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just not for canceling people. Like, I
yeah,
feel like people should be allowed to make their mistakes and then come back from their mistakes because we're all human.
you're all
As
human.
long,
We
as
all make
long as long as
mistakes.
you're not out here saying some like hateful, like kill all people, or kill all black people, or kill all white people, or kill all Asians, kill all transgenders, or as long as you're not out here saying that, I feel like you shouldn't have to be canceled for making a mistake or saying a mistake or for a lapse of error. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always should be about having a teachable moment where
Fact.
if someone makes a mistake, you teach them. You don't shun them. You don't send them into a dungeon. You don't put them in a cage, lock it, and throw away the key. That person is never gonna learn if you do that. So if you sit there and have a conversation and you speak about your grievances and educate, then you know what I mean. Then you go from there. But you should never be canceling people. It should always be about education.
I mean, think about it. How would you want to be treated when you make a mistake? Would you want somebody to just cancel you?
What's poppin', homie? It says Facebook user, man. So I don't see a name here. So it's probably
That sound like how Darian would say, "What's up? What is good, guys?" Is this
yeah.
Darian?
It's probably yeah, dude. I mean, so like it's always about a teachable moment. But yep, it's Darian. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Bro, that's how you could tell, like, we're best friends, yo. Because I clearly could tell it was him by the way he was texting, by the way he messaged.
Yo, it's fun. It's funny. I don't know. I don't know if it was what you call it. If his account got hacked or something like that. But he sent me like Instagram video, but it was like the same video 18 times. I'm like, oh shit, did he get hacked? I want to cover his name.
He
I don't want to
probably
give his
got
name out like that. I don't want to cover his shit. But it's like the same video. Funny video though. Yeah, so we just talking about shit. You know, we're all learning here. But you know, anybody that knows us, me and Red, we're very like we have a soft spot for people, and we are very open. We're not
Look,
harmful, mean people.
I'm a very empathetic guy. Like, I can easily put myself in somebody else's shoes and think about how they would feel about certain situations. Even if
Exactly.
I don't see it off the rip, once you tell me your feelings and your experience, I automatically start putting myself in your shoes and thinking of how you would feel like that. I'm highly empathetic like that. So, like, sometimes I may say shit, and then you tell me your point of view, and then I start thinking about it from your point of view, and I'll be like, yeah, you know what, I was wrong. I'm one of the people that have no problem saying I was wrong.
1,000%. Likewise, same here. I like to listen. I like to listen. I'm the type of person you call me and you have issues. I don't give you like, I don't tell you how I feel or how you should do it. I don't discount your feelings. I be like, I just listen because sometimes you just have to listen. It doesn't, having a conversation doesn't always need to be about you having to say something.
Hmm.
You can just listen. Like, yep, yep. That's all you can say. Just be an open ear. That's how we are here. Um, do we have anything else?
It
Anything
is.
else on the pipe?
Oh my gosh. Yo, I saw the Harder They Fall, bro. Y'all gotta watch that. I really enjoyed that movie. It's on Netflix right now. I think Jay-Z produced it,
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, I
and
heard
it's
about it.
it's about not love. It's a bunch of like old black Western people back in the day, like Nat Love, Nate Love, I should say. Even though it's spelled Nat, it's pronounced Nate Love. Um, Stagecoach Mary, Cherokee Bill, um, Ruf, Rufus Buck, whole bunch of like black outlaws back in the day. And it's like the story's fictional, even though it's real characters. The story is fictional, but it's a really really entertaining and good story, and it was fun. It was a fun watch for me. I enjoyed the movie, and I gotta say, yo, God, I keep forgetting this kid's name, and I don't know why I keep forgetting because he's such a great actor. This guy, the one that's playing Kang the Conqueror.
Jonathan Majors.
Thank you. Jeez, I was about to say Masters, like, but yo, he's such a great actor. This guy, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
Oh
he's
my gosh, bro! Like he's definitely he's definitely gonna be the next Denzel level actor, bro. Like everything he touches is gonna be good.
so watching that. So did you see Lovecraft Country?
No, I have not.
So if you're a fan of this movie, if you're a fan of the way his acting is, Lovecraft Country is like up your alley.
But yeah, this movie is really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I've heard good things about it. It was like I think either Sundance or whatever they premiered it, and people were like, this is like it has good, like the praise was heavy for this movie.
Oh, you super late, yo. You like the bunny with the clock right now in Alice in Wonderland. I'm late. I'm late.
Yeah, so this is good. I was watching on HBO Max. I was watching, what is this fucking movie? It's a documentary of the insurrection. Oh, it's called 4 hours to the 4 hours at the Capitol. And dude,
What insurrection? You talking about the
insurrection, the
you
shit that
talking
happened.
about the you talking about the tourism visit that the Republicans claim happened on January 6th, the tourists the tourists that came to visit the Capitol.
It's crazy, yo. It was definitely 100%. I mean, even though we kind of knew, but it was definitely like an inside job.
Hell
They
yeah.
knew they knew where to go.
They said there were senators and God, what's the Lord? Congress people that were helping them guide them to
Yeah.
where the Democratic offices were and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like they even showed the footage of the shorty getting shot, how it all went down since the beginning. Like you see her, like before she gets in the Capitol, you see her. She's around, like she's very vocal. Um, yeah, dude. Like they had like the Proud Boys and their fucking ideology. It's just it's crazy at the amount of people that. Because listen, right? I consider myself I vote Democrat, but a lot of like ideas that I have or beliefs that I have seems more like Republican as far as like progressively. Like there's certain things I don't agree with when it comes down to Democrats, right?
I'm I vote Democrat, but I lean. I feel like I'm more independent than Democrat. Because I could agree with both sides of the party on certain things. I
Yeah,
just don't agree with
same.
So I'm more like a center than a left or a right.
Yeah, so I like a lot of like certain things, right? Not all, like it's like so. Um, seeing these you know protesters, DK protesters, more like it was a riot. Um, I can sit here and vote for Joe Biden, and I also could say fuck Joe Biden,
Yeah,
right? I could
definitely fuck
say,
Joe
I
Biden.
could say, I could say, I could say Joe Biden is an asshole. You know what I mean? But like these people see him as like a savior. They see Trump as a savior. Like he can't do wrong.
Nah,
Which I'm like, damn, like that's just like some different kind of like cult following that he has, and you see it in this movie. It's a good flick, and it's
bro.
heavy.
I was watching a thing where Ben Shapiro was talking to what's this guy name? The guy I hate, Don Lemon. He was
You
talking to
hate
Don.
you hate Don Lemon.
Yeah, I hate Don Lemon. Like he's a freaking wishy washy, flim flam. Like he's all over the place with his opinions and shit. Like I don't agree with Don Lemon. Like one opinion that Don Lemon said that I disagree with when he was like, if you voted for Trump, you voted for the he said if you voted for Trump, you voted for the insurrection on January 6th, and that you're racist like him. And I'm like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that everybody that voted for Trump is a racist. I think some people voted for him because they really thought he was going to do something good for the country. There's people that were just misled. I don't agree. I don't think they're racist. That some of them have like regret after they voted for him. They're like, damn, this dude was a horrible choice. There's a lot of people that have regret. That's why he lost when it came to the second election.
People
People,
people fail to realize, right? When you vote for somebody, you're voting for your self interest, right? If you
yeah,
feel like this president, I mean, the future president or the person you're about to elect has an interest that he may have 100 different interests, right? But you might just agree on one thing, and that one thing is what you, and that is the reason why you voted for him.
bro. The thing he won for is his when he claimed of the main thing he won for is the claim of draining the swamp. When he says, "Oh, I'm gonna get all the bad people out of the government, and have the government focus more on the people, draining the swamp. That was the shit. A lot of people was back. Yeah, he's gonna drain the swamp. He's gonna make it. He's gonna give it all the corrupt politicians and make it with all the good politicians here looking out for the people. Yada yada yada. That's what he won off of. And then he also won by playing the racist card. He played the racist card. He knew how to get the racist people out there to vote by talking about building a wall to keep out
He was very
yo,
Trump being and he's an actor, right? He's good at marketing. He's good at making catchphrases. So like draining the swamp was like a
Mhm.
big thing. You know what I mean? Like Sleepy Joe. Like he's really good with catchphrases that
Bro,
people just
I was telling, I say, yo, I was telling my mother because my mother hates Trump. I say, I know you hate him, but you gotta give him credit, yo. He's good at the fly with cut up some of these nicknames. Like every time I see this guy Shift, I keep saying Shifty Shift. Because the name just stuck in my head from Trump saying it, bro. Like, yo, he's
people
good at
people,
coming.
people thought that he was like, oh, Sleepy Joe, like he must be sleeping. And I'm like, yo, I almost believed it at first. And I think I maybe still think I believe it because I think I've seen him nod off a couple of times. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, Joe
He
Biden is
did
an
nod off. I think
old.
they caught him on camera. He nodded off when during a visit. I think he was in a chair. Like he nodded off during the visit with the other world leader in the other chair.
Yeah, like now you gotta understand, like Joe Biden is a very old person,
Bro, he's like almost 80.
and
He's
he
like
still
Trump
has
skipped how to hop away from 80.
yeah, and we like what 11 months in, and he
Mm-hmm.
still has 3 more years, and then you know potentially getting reelected, or I'm not sure how 2023, 2024. My bad. Yeah, 2024. I'm acting stupid right now, but yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna look. I don't know how the
I don't think he's gonna run for re-election.
probably not. I think he's gonna be
I think
too
he's
too
gonna
old.
give it up to he's gonna let them do a primary, and he's gonna let them do another primary so they could. I think he just really ran to just get Trump out of the office. But
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do a re-election. I think he's just going to be a one-term president, and he's just going to ride off into the sunset from there. He's like, I'm going to
Yeah.
enjoy my retirement.
like
But
like I like I said a couple of episodes ago, these mandates back into the mandate conversation. These mandates is definitely going to hurt a lot of states that were normally Democratic, and a lot of these people that lost their jobs were Democrats, and they're going to end up voting Republican because they're like, hey, if I could vote Republican, I could probably get my job back. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of
not in New York.
oh we just elected our new mayor. What's his name?
We vote Eric Adams. Yo, we
Eric
got
Adams. Yeah.
Siwa got beat bad, boy. That boy, yo, that shit was a landslide victory.
And it's crazy because Siwa won like Long Island, Staten Island. The typical.
The typical Republican boroughs, we don't claim
Yeah,
them.
he went heavy, and I'm like, damn, bro, like it's just like Siwa, like he runs every fucking year. This is the first time he's ever got this far to the primaries. He runs every year. People think that he's new. He ran every year for the last 10 elections.
I guess he's playing the law of averages on his part.
Yeah, he ran every year. If you historically, if you look, Curtis Siwa was on that list every single time with the little red beret, talking about he got kidnapped in the '80s and he never got kidnapped. Like
Yo,
if you're a real New Yorker, you know who Curtis Siwa is.
so yo, back to what I was saying, I lost track. So yeah, Ben Shapiro showed up on Don Lemon, and he told him he said he told them that the reason why Trump is so powerful is because you guys make him powerful. Like he said, instead of focusing on what Trump does wrong, you guys focus on what he says, and he knows you're going to focus on what he says. So that's why he says the shit that he says, and then you guys you jump all over it, and you you attack him on what he says, and when he goes to talk to his crowd, he goes to say the media hates me. They always attacking me for no reason, blah blah blah, and then you prove his point by attacking everything. And then when the people watch the media and y'all all attacking him, you prove his point. He said rather than going after what his policies, the way he's doing wrong, you guys talk about what he says. Like you don't. And then I was like, yo, you know what? That's a good fucking point. You know? Like, and I'm saying, yo, he said you keep fueling it every time y'all talk about him negatively without any like just off of what he's talking about him having rallies or some frivolous shit like that. It's like you just feel you're fueling his power. You're making the people see that he's right when he says you guys just hate him and you attack him for no reason. And I was like, yo,
He
your best.
had he all right. So he was a president, right? That had already coming to the gate had an enormous fan base from the shows. He had
Mm-hmm.
these people that were fans. He had millions of people that watched his shows, loved Donald Trump, and they just end up converting over to the political side. You know what I mean? So like that's you can't. It's hard to kind of like shake that because regardless of what he says, it's gonna make traction. It's always gonna be in the headlines, and that shit just bad press is good press. You know what I mean? Like it's for him.
Bro, this dude, this dude is a mastermind, bro. When I say that he planned. The reason why the whole thing with this insurrection really happened and shit is bro planned this shit from like even before there was even primaries for election. He was telling the people that yo they're gonna screw me out of they're gonna screw me out of my spot. He said, "Watch, they're gonna screw me out of my position." So that's why he already knew he was gonna get reelected, but he was setting it up so people think that he got robbed out of his reelection. He knew he was gonna get the votes. He knew he was not gonna get back in there, but he still set it up to let the people think that like he got robbed from being president a second time for a second term because he
Yeah.
was already setting up beforehand saying that like, oh, they're gonna rig the election, they're gonna rig they're gonna rig it against me so that way I don't win the vote necessarily to become president again. And lo and behold, when he lost, people started believing, yeah, he said they were gonna rig it. Yeah, yeah. and
It's
that's when the whole craziness with the freaking insurrection happened and everything like that. But what's insane to me is that like a lot of people almost died, even on the Republican side, bro. Like if they were just gonna kill anybody they saw, bro. And you mofos act like it didn't even happen. You Republicans act like it didn't even happen, Like you try to brush it under the rug, like nah, it was no insurrection or whatever like that. Like freaking, a lot of cops died protecting your asses. The least you can do is respect them enough to say that what happened was fucked up and that it should have never happened.
you saw a lot of the Republicans that were on Trump's dick the whole entire 4 years. When that shit happened, it was like we shouldn't be doing that. That's disgusting because they knew that shit was that shit was somewhat illegal. They was
Yeah,
like, nah, they was like, all right, let me just wash my hands from Trump and get on the good side of history this time.
yeah.
Like it was so wishy washy, but it's like it's so stupid because like all right, so they talked about the voter fraud, right? Okay, I get it. Voter fraud is a thing. It's been a thing for years, but there was never voter fraud to the point where it shifted the election, right? Right? How
And
how
and
many how many votes did
in many states.
yeah like how many million did Biden win by? Like it was like 6 million. Like you telling me that 6 million votes were all fraudulent?
Bro,
It's a small percentage that people do voter fraud,
this
and
dude
it's
had recounting, and then when they did the recount, they found out that Biden had even more votes than the first count. So he every time he had them doing a recount, he was losing more votes.
yeah, and then like then you had Pence, right? And Pence was like, this is constitutional. There's nothing wrong here, and they try to get
Yo,
Pence.
bro, Pence is like the biggest coward ever, bro.
Yo, super coward.
I told, I was, I was talking about it with my mother again, about the situation, and I told her straight up. I said, yo, if I was Mike Pence, Donald Trump would have had to give me 5 minutes, bro. Like, you almost got me killed, bro. Like, you had these people building a freaking stage to do an execution. They built a stage to hang people, yo. They were trying to get people to hang there, and they had it from Mike Pence and I think Nancy Pelosi and one more other person. I think they had
AOC, because they love AOC.
AOC, and I think Schumer was on the list too. They wanted Schumer's ass, And bro, bro, if I was Mike Pence, I would have went right to the White House. I'd have been fighting Trump in the Oval Office, bro. Me and Trump would have been scrapping, bro. What they gonna do? They gonna arrest the vice president? Of course not. They're not gonna arrest the vice. They're not even gonna let it get out that a fight even happened. I'd have fucking rocked them, It'd have been a big ass fight in that Oval Office, There's no way in hell, I would still be backing that dude after some shit like that, That's crazy.
But
And Mike Pence go and he still backs this guy. It's crazy. It's insane to me. Your family was there in front of your wife and kids. You almost got killed in front of your wife and kids, bro.
it's crazy, man. And it's crazy enough that now we 11 months after that, after what all this shit happened, and now a lot of people are kind of like feeling like Trump should still be the president, because if he was the president, these mandates wouldn't happen. So like people are like, oh, I wish
True.
Trump was the president, because this would have never happened. I would never been losing my job after 15 years, even though I'm a Democrat. So like now it's like the next political 2024 is gonna be like a lot of shifting in states that were normally Democrat. Like California might flip, New York might flip. So who knows? Virginia flipped. I think Virginia, Virginia almost flipped.
I voted Biden, and I voted for Biden, but trust me, I don't trust Biden or Harris as far as I could throw them to.
Nah, they're not really doing it. From what we seeing, they're not really doing. I mean, I really don't care. Like they just, I don't see them. I don't see them. They're not out there as much as they promised.
Biden, where the f is your stimulus, yo? Where's your stimulus, nigga?
You got no money, bro.
Yo, like where the f is your stimulus, bro?
I don't know if this was a fake post or some like I don't know, like it was some propaganda shit, but it was like, oh, that he was gonna for people that were separated, they had the kids separated, that he was gonna send them a check, like a $50,000 check, for them to stay here. I'm like, yo, bro, like 50,000, bro. Like, what about you just giving us 200? The fuck? But I don't know. That could be fake shit. But like the shit that you see online, you don't know if it's real or not.
I know AOC. They said AOC was trying to do another stimulus, was trying to push for another stimulus package deal or something like that for the people.
It's crazy how people put so much stock into AOC. Mind you, AOC is just like the Bronx district, whatever. Like she's not in that space.
Yeah, she's just a congresswoman. I know,
but like the way Trump people think is that she's like higher up there. Like they put so much stock into what she says,
bro. Because she's gonna take over, bro. If they fear you, and you just step foot in there, they know that you're somebody that's gonna be like big in the political game. She's gonna be big, bro.
AOC has a condo a block away from my house.
She's
like she does her Facebook lives, and she's like around my block.
Don't tell me that. I'm about to go say hi to my boo. My boo.
If she needs to get reelected, she's probably gonna knock on my door like, "Hey, you wanna come right in?" Yeah.
Invite me over. I'll hop in the Uber ASAP. ASAP. I'll be over there.
Yeah, she's always around here. She's always like there's like a little barbecue spot that's on Castle Hill. She's always by that area. But yeah, she's a neighbor.
I'm like, yo,
when she's not in Washington.
I'm like, yo, see, if you need me in Washington, let me know, girl. I'll take a couple of those little Republicans out for you. Let's try to hunt you down. I got your back.
I'm gonna add her at this. I'm gonna clip it at 145.
Oh my god!
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh man. So yeah, man, we talk about all types of shit here, man. So you not only talk about movies, man. Whatever.
Yeah, I just saw Netflix. They have Army of Thieves. I didn't watch that yet, but it's supposed to be the prequel to Army of the Dead.
Yep.
So
yep.
That was
Net,
about the safe cracking dude.
yep. Netflix is really investing in Zack Snyder heavy, and they gave him Rebel Moon, which is like a throwaway script that he gave to Lucasfilms, and Lucasfilm said, "Nah, this is too dark. Fuck off." And
I can't wait to see it. It's gonna have my boo in there, my other boo.
for what he said Rebel Moon is like the opening sequence of Man of Steel, Krypton on steroids, like
I
that kind of
can't.
world on steroids. I'm
I
like,
can't wait.
ooh, because if like me and Red love Man of Steel. That opening sequence of fucking Krypton was by far the most epic thing because we've never seen Krypton like that, and the
Yeah,
music and the way the world looked. Like, wow, this is amazing. So he said that it's gonna be that on steroids.
and
I'm here
it
for it.
was a war when you saw Krypton and Man of Steel. It was a war going on. It was Zod's army versus the Kryptonian government.
Hmm.
So it was crazy just to see all that carnage going on, and you see what like Superman got saved from, like because literally the war was going on, the world was blowing up, and he had to get put in a ship and sent to Earth to save, to like guide mankind into a better world and teach them Kryptonian ways of like loving and taking care of each other and stuff like that.
The
Which is
the
why he's a symbol of hope.
does Krypton sound a lot like Earth right now?
It does.
Minus, I mean, the world could be dying because it is fucking we fucking this shit up, but like it makes sense, man. His movies make it has like it's a lot of symbolic shit, like
Bro, we do a lot of the world. I mean, I wish people take it seriously. I mean, Biden got us back into the climate, the G, the
there's
I forgot
the
what it called, the
I was,
G.
I was
What was
about
it?
I was about to call that shit the Sokovia Accords, bro.
Nah.
It's
Marvel Sokovia Accords. But now he got us back in the climate thing after he apologized for Trump pulling us out and stuff like that. So he got us back in.
is it called like the Paris something?
I forgot what it's called.
I know that was like one of like Trump's first things. That was his first day in office. I'm taking us out of this.
The
Like,
only thing
dude,
he did was undo everything Obama did, which is, I don't understand how people say he did shit. He really didn't do anything. He just undid everything Obama did.
and try to rebrand it. He rebrand. That's what he did. He
Yeah.
said if it had Barack's name on it, he changed it to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Trump care, whatever it is. Yo, understand this. You know how scary. All right, so look, so we're in a pandemic right now, right? There was other diseases centuries ago that killed a lot of people, right? Talking about like the ice age and shit like that, shit that's still trapped in time in those
Mm-hmm.
ice capsules. So if something was to happen as far as like the melting of the polar, the what do you call it, the
Polar ice caps.
ice cap, and it starts to like unravel these ancient fucking diseases. Just imagine like the amount of shit that can happen, like the plagues that were like kind of like stored in time.
Oh no, man, that shit crazy.
So yeah, like the
I
world
hope it
is
don't get that far.
the world is definitely getting warmer. All right, the world is definitely changing because me being in New York City, I lived here my whole life, and I've seen seasons. Right, seasons come and go, but lately, as of like the last couple of years, our seasons has been shifting. Like
Bro,
now, it's starting to
winter
get
was
cold.
warm as hell.
Yeah, like it's November, and it started getting cold now. Like we haven't had in between weather. It's either been very, very, very fucking hot to very, very fucking cold.
Yeah,
No
I
in
remember when I
between.
was younger, you had to coming around like September. You had to start putting on your jacket.
So yeah, so like things are yo, what's popping, homie? Yeah, we just talking about climate
Yeah.
change. Talking about talking about climate change now. So I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, but it's changing. It's changing. Like New York is changing. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's warm on Christmas.
I mean, our weather's always on steroids. One day it'll be like freaking winter, the other day it'll be summer, the next day it'll be fall. Next day it'll be summer again, and the next day it'll be
I'm
a
waiting.
friggin' polar
You,
ice cap zero below, like, and then the day after that it'll be like 90 degrees. Yo, I wonder
yeah,
something like
the shit that makes
March,
me
like,
laugh every fucking year, right? This one makes me laugh every. So when it happens, just think of me. Think of me laughing. Is when it gets really. It's like that day that gets really fucking cold, and then you see all the fucking memes on Instagram, like how brick it is outside, and the
yeah.
memes. Dude, that shit has me in tears, bro. Because it's like it should be real life. It should be dumb brick.
It's all good, bro. Happy you're here now watching, man. That's all that matters.
It's all good, man. Yo, did you catch our Halloween episode, man? That shit was fire. Definitely check that shit out after this. We're gonna start wrapping up
My
very
favorite
soon.
memes is the one with when they be like when they talking about how people be stinking the cold. Like, it's like 20 degrees and you musty. Like, and they have Michael Jackson with the stink face.
or like when it's fucking like if it's like a blizzard, it'd be the motherfucker that's like buried in snow. Like bosses be like, "Are you still coming in?" And you like frozen in
Oh
place.
yeah. Yo, that's one of my favorite memes to put up when it's snowing. Oh, but then the dude had the door open, the whole doorway full with snow. Boss is like, we hope you can still make it to work.
did, did we have? Yeah, we did. We last year we had a really big like blizzard, right? Was it last year or this year? I mean, I'm
I
saying I
don't,
think
I don't remember. I think it was probably the year before.
yeah, our years are kind of like blended in.
For me, it definitely is blending in right now.
I know it was one time it was like crazy, but I remember the big snowstorms. I born in the '80s. I remember the fucking the blizzard in the
Nah, the
'80s.
blizzard at 90 was
Yeah,
crazy, bro. The
that should be like
blizzard
the
at
size of
90,
a whole person, bro.
that shit, yo, bro. I was a little kid in that shit. I easily could have got buried in that snow.
I remember that shit too. That shit's
I
crazy.
really got
I
easy.
remember the park being
Yo,
like super white, and I'm like, yo, that shit was like no lie, like up to my chest in
that
snow.
blizzard was so bad. It took days for all that snow to go away, bro. It didn't even go away right away.
Yeah, you know that New York snow is different. That shit don't melt. New York snow don't melt, bro. You put a light into that shit just turns black. Yo,
Yo, that shit
you be having like
crazy.
fucking rolls of ice, like a little bit of ice on the sidewalk for months. That shit don't go nowhere, and it's warm outside.
Yo, you
uh,
shoot a bust your ass and then that snow melting, yo. Just you thought I was gone? No, I'm just thin ice now, baby. Thin ice.
yeah, back in the days, yo, it'll be like 18 inches, like 2 feet, and school, but like, yeah, it's still open. Now it's like, oh no, we're close. If a little bit of sleet, but I think now it's like there's no more snow days. Everything's remote.
Bro, I got so mad at freaking I remember one time I was watching the news and it's Sam Champion. I still remember the weatherman name, yo. Was
Shan
talking so
champion.
much shit about how it was gonna be a big blizzard and we're gonna get that. He's talking about the snow's coming in punches. He said we're gonna get that first punch of snow and it's gonna come and cover everything, and then the next punch is gonna come in. And I'm like, yeah, ain't gonna be no school tomorrow. Yeah, I'm getting hyped, yo. And he talking about, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The whole time hyping up the blizzard, blah 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 blah. Yo, super blizzard's coming tomorrow, blah 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 blah. Yo, next day come, yo, it wasn't even like barely a trickle of snow, man. And then it was like, I'm like, yo, I thought it was gonna be a blizzard. Sam Champion talking about it's gonna be a blizzard today, yo. Got me all hyped, think I was gonna go to school. My mom was like, nah, you gotta go to school, yeah. I was like, damn, man, I hated Sam Champion after that shit, yo.
And the fucked up shit about that shit is then you go to school and it starts snowing like during school. So now you
Bro,
fucked trying to get home.
he was, and yo, and then he was like, well, sometimes the weather things don't come. I was like, nah, nigga. He's like, well, sometimes things don't come out as predicted. We thought it was gonna be a bad storm, but it turned out to be nothing. I'm like, yo, shut up, Sam Champion. I'm never listening to you again, man.
Yo, I remember that shit, yo.
I think he's still doing the weather now too, Sam Champion.
Yeah, I think so too. Channel 7, right?
I don't remember, man.
I know. The staples was Sand Champion, Mr. G.
Mr. G's 11.
Yeah, Mr. G's 11. Yeah, it's another one.
And I think Al Roker is what he was the weatherman before too.
Yeah, yeah. I think for Channel 4 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing Al Roker trying to be out there in one of these freaking blizzards. He almost got blown over. He almost got blown away.
Yeah, the Sandy shit, right? They had the
Yeah, he
motherfuckers
was
out
out
there in
there
Sandy.
with the Weather Channel. Al Roker almost got blown away. And there was a that's why whenever there's a hurricane and shit, I watch the Weather Channel because I like to watch all these crazy white people go out in the middle of these like the hurricane to get you the yeah. So I'm standing in the middle of the hurricane and a whole bunch of wind is blowing like crazy. If you look behind me, next thing you know, you see a gust of wind come like lift the dude. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That shit must suck when you come to work that morning and they're like, "Yo, you on hurricane duty." Like,
Yo,
yo, fuck! I should have called out today, yo.
nigga, I'm like, you a hurricane dude. I ain't going out there.
And they be at the worst place too. They'll be like on a boardwalk in Rockaway Beach. That's the worst place to be.
Always out of water, bro. Literally, I'm watching the water sloosh behind the guy as he's doing it from the like shit. The water smacking the shit, slooshing up, and he's in this poncho like, yo, the wind is going crazy. The whole bunch of rain around me. Can't visibility is like nothing out here. And then wind trying to blow it away. He's like, Jesus Christ.
Yo, major shout out to
Yo,
the
I wish I recorded that.
yo
Like,
major shout out to the fucking mics they use, bro. Cause you never hear the fucking wind. Should be
nope.
clear. Like yo, look at the best
Nope.
fucking microphones, bro.
Oh man! Shout out to the weather team.
Word, it be
You
out
know, saw
there.
that way he light in the ass. Yeah, he light. He definitely was good. Almost got blown away in the weather channel.
Yeah, he lost a lot. He lost a lot of weight. I think I think he got diagnosed with cancer.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh shit!
but yeah, like prostate cancer.
I know he did the gastric bypass surgery. But man, that sucks.
I never forget the lady that got smacked in the face. I think I seen that one.
You know what's
Uh,
crazy? Like that one is so crazy to me that I really thought it was a freaking fake. Like somebody memed that shit. Like she didn't really. I really thought somebody photoshopped the stop sign. I didn't know that really happened, yo. That's how crazy that video was when she got smacked with that stop sign.
the 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 funniest video for me that makes me like that shit has me tearing up. I don't know why. It's when the two runners are like, "Oh, this is the best time to run because it's low impact because there's snow on the ground."
And then she
And then
busted.
she runs and she busts her ass, bro. Because she was the fucking whip back. She knows she hit her head on that fucking pavement.
Yo, she's running the distance. We saw her blah.
Those are the worst, yo. When you fall in the snow, bro, that shit is like for us big dudes. It's not a fun move. I bust my ass running for a bus and hit one of those like a little like spot that I didn't think it was ice, and I saw my legs in the air.
Bro, I'm gonna talk. Bro, I think I did talk about my shit one time, but yo, that's. I was thinking about that shit the other day, bro. I was like, yo, that shit happened to me when I was a kid, and I still remember it vividly to this day when I bust my
Damn.
ass running for the bus for my mother, yo. My mother was like, "You're gonna go catch the bus. The bus is there." So I'm running, it's full speed. There was black ice, yo. I didn't see it. Slipped up, my feet. And you know you slip badly when you just start seeing sky. All you see is the sky.
You
Like
see,
you don't see no ground.
you see the sky and you see just the tips of your toes, bro.
Bro, I saw the sky. The book I had in my hand, that shit was twirling in the air. Like, yo, I was looking at all that shit. Next you know, boom, I hit the ground hard. I'm sliding forward as I hit the ground, man. Bro, that shit was so embarrassing. It happened right in front of the bus. So everybody in the bus saw me bust my ass like that too,
That
man.
and see, fuck the bus drivers for seeing that shit and not peeling off. They wait for you to get up to get on the
Bro,
bus.
Bro, he waited. I was so heated.
Any other time, the motherfuckers will bounce. They'll leave.
Yeah, my mother's like, get up the bus. You're right. You know, she said she checked if I was okay first. She checked if I was okay. Then she's like, come on, get up. The bus is still here waiting for us. Come on. I'm like, I don't want to get on the bus. I was like, I don't want to get on the bus. She's like, come on, get on the bus. So we get on the bus. Bus driver's like, yo, I saw how you felt, little man. I couldn't peel off after that. I tell you, I just put my head down. I just walked to the bus, and everybody came ask me if I was okay. Shit was embarrassing. I mean, no people showing concern, but that shit was embarrassing, bro.
And it's something about when we fall, time slows down.
Oh yeah,
because you can gather your thoughts and think like, why did I do this? I should have never done this. Why all in the air?
Like, bro, I'm like, my thought was like, yo, I'm really in the sky right now. Like, I can see my feet. Like, all I see is the blue sky. I don't see nothing else.
It's like this should be like a Martin Scorsese movie, like the little narration, like, well, this is what I fucked up on. Stop playing that music.
Bro, I definitely felt like Carlito. Like, that's it, baby. Lay down.
And depending how you fall, if you fall on your back or you fall on your butt, when you fall on your back, that gust of like,
mm-hmm. You just feel that I just laid there, bro. I didn't want to get up.
Yeah, it was at this moment.
The bus was just there waiting. I was like, people looking through the bus window, looking like, I'm like, damn, man. Thank God there was no camera phones at this time, yo. That definitely would have got recorded.
Yeah, dude. I've fallen really bad, and when you fall and you so embarrassed, your body out of adrenaline, you fucking pop out like a fucking ninja real quick. Hopefully no one's seen it. Like, damn, bro, you got it really quick. Like, damn, fuck, someone saw this shit.
Bro, my mother told me I had to run for the bus, man. My mother told me to run for the bus, man. There's no telling no to mom. Especially at the age I was. I was just under preteen. I think I was around like maybe 9 or something like that.
What's more embarrassing, missing a bus or missing a train?
I think missing a train is more embarrassing. The doors close right on you. And you like bang, and they see that everybody on the train sees you begging the conductor to open the door. and he's just not gonna do it, he's not.
Especially when the doors are like try to pump fake you. Mm-hmm. Like, when you like,
nah, buses be doing these pump fakes too. Like, they'll do this shit. Like, they see you coming, they yo, do I have a check? You they run it, they'll drive off their stop store, like they're gonna stop. They drive off like, I'm like, yo, bro, are you letting me on the bus or not?
I'm telling you, that shit is the original Squid Games. That shit, the bus. That shit was a regular Squid. And like now, like if it's one of those select buses, there's no way you running for those buses because there's a process. You got to get in the machine, get your fucking Metro card, get the ticket. Like,
bro, I just hop on. If it's there, I'm not even looking at the machine. I just hop on. I'll get my ticket to the next stop.
I'd be the one to get stopped. I think I got stopped a couple of times. Like, not stopped, like, yo, where's your ticket? I'm like, right here.
Nah, what you do is like when you get stopped, they're coming on their stop and be like, yo, the machine of the last one was broken, so I'm gonna go buy it right now on this machine. That's how you get off, yo. You be like, yo, the machine of the last stop was broken. I'm gonna buy it right now on this machine.
Damn.
They don't know.
Guess you can use that.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be able to tell if they could stop you. They should have a machine where they could swipe your Metro card to see that you have actual fare. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have the fare. I have it unlimited. Like, what's the point of this? But they don't have that. They just go like, nah, I heard this story 1,000 times. Here's this ticket. Or here's this summons. I don't know if they give you a ticket.
all you need is somebody just to back up your story, bro, and they'll let you go. So you get somebody back up your story, they'll let you go. And normally some people be like they so anti MTA, they'll just back up anyway, even though they know you're lying. Be like, yeah, it was broken.
Crazy.
Oh man, Babin. Yeah, that's all they're trying to do. Hit them quotas.
Yes, sir. Well, we're coming up on our 2 hour mark. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna give y'all time back. You know, it's Friday night. You know, Friday night is a very tough time to have people at home, but we do appreciate y'all that did stay home and tuned into our show, into our mm, partook in our shenanigans. We appreciate y'all. Um, but we're gonna wrap it up, man. For those that just stumbled upon our channel, this is Untitled Live. We talk about movies, all types of films, comics, toys, whatever current events that's out. We go left, we go right. So, I mean, if you guys haven't, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. I've noticed that we've gained 5 subscribers, which is good because we was on a little slump, but we got some traction. So, shout out to those that listen to our show on Spotify, Apple Music, what else? Title. I've noticed that it's been a surge of people listening. I saw last week we had 180 spins, which is good because I didn't think that people still like listen to us without the live show. So definitely we appreciate y'all. Um, when I checked the demographic, it was like all around the world. I'm like, damn, bro, we have people in Australia listen to our shit. So that's pretty dope. We do appreciate y'all. So if you guys are just like listening to us, and you guys don't really like fuck with our like live shit, if you guys have a YouTube account, head over to our YouTube channel and just hit the subscribe. Even though you don't use it, hit the subscribe, man. That definitely helps us grow a little bit more. Red, do you have anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nah, bro, I'm good. Everybody take it easy. Be safe out there, and don't go to jury duty. No, I'm just playing. Go to jury duty.
Also, adding on, I talked about this at the top of our show. We do have a merch channel, a merch website. It helps out. It helps keep the lights on here. We have some new shit
Aussie,
on
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Sorry,
yeah,
shout out to Aussies.
yeah. Shout out to the Aussies. Um, we have some new merch. Cause we can't say Batman. We can't say Batman because that's copyright. So we named it Vengeance merch, and it's inspired for the new Batman that's coming out. So I got some new sweaters, shirts, long sleeves, at a reasonable price. Like they're really cheap, like $20 for a long sleeve, which is not bad.
Yeah,
25 for a sweater.
hurry up and buy them for DC come out here. WB coming out shit.
Yeah, I try to make it as I try to make it where it's not like they don't own the bat insignia. I changed up a little things. Like the Untitled is ours, but I couldn't say Batman. I couldn't say Batman anywhere. So it just it's just inspired. So definitely take it. It's only gonna be on there for a limited time. I think I'm taking it off on January 1st, and yeah, start something else, another campaign up. But definitely go to untitledentertainment.com and and pick up some merch, man. Help us out. So we'll be back next week, 10 o'clock for episode 58.
Oh
We we
God.
we on the road to episode 100. Um, we're gonna try to get some more guests on, some different feedback. So let us know if you guys have us on the Facebook group. If you guys have any questions or any kind of like suggestions, movie topics, put it in the group chat. And we'll add it to the show. So until next week, guys, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.
Peace.